Dare to be different. Today, we're going to take a sneak peek into the energy for this week. Please be my guest. Hello, and welcome to the Weekly Wisdom. Welcome to the Manifest on Purpose show. I am your host, Kimbaley. This week, I'm asking you to try some things that you've never tried before. Because the secret is, it is these things that will help lead you to success in your life. And speaking of trying something that you've never done before, if this is your first time here, congratulations. You just fulfilled the very first thing that's new for you this week. And I want to say thank you for all of you who have decided to join me, whether you've been here for a while or whether this is your very first time joining. I'm excited to have you here. I know this may be hard to accept, but none of us are perfect. We all can get better in some way, shape, or form. That is what this show is all about, helping you get better, whether it's just a little bit or whether it's a lot. To me, it means a lot to know that you're able to listen to this and get encouragement and inspiration from it and can take it and align it with your everyday life. I'm so grateful also for all of the people that you invite, and thank you for signing up here and on the website. The God in me loves the God in you. Today, we're going to talk about success and one of the things we can do to help get you there. But before we get to that point, we have to hear our Astro-Numerology report for today. This forecast is brought to you by none other than Astro-Numerologist LLoyd Strayhorn and the Star 8 mobile numerology app. It is Sunday, July 28th. The sun is in Leo, the moon is in Taurus. It's a 6 universal month, a 1 universal week, a 7 universal day. Today is about exercising the law of attraction as it relates to the material and emotional world. Although the majority of our activities center around the direct or indirect theme of love and money, today's cosmic energy is to seek much more. More humaneness, a stronger sense of peace, and deeper developments of the spiritual side of one's nature. Perhaps this may explain why the world and the things around us seem to be so off-key. Pisces, Cancer, and those born on the 2nd, 7th, 11th, 16th, 20th, 25th, and 29th have a deeper and better sense of exactly what's going on. Once again, that is our Astro-Numerology forecast brought to you by Astro-Numerologist LLoyd Strayhorn and the Star 8 mobile numerology app. You can get a forecast every day. Download the app at www.astar8.com. Go to Google Play, the App Store, and also at Linktree/numbers and you to download the app or to check out any of his premium products and services. Dare to be different. Are you aware of some of your hidden talents and gifts? These things can be explored and so much more by knowing your numerical frequency, knowing the numbers and cycles that you're in your life. You can get your personal numerology report, your yearly forecast, your compatibility report at Kimbaley, KIMBALEY.com. This is a 7 universal day. Get down to the bottom of who you are. If you feel like you're lost on your journey, you don't know what your purpose is, and you know that you're ready for growth and you're ready to move forward in this journey, you should book a soul therapy session with Kimbaley. I am licensed as a metaphysical practitioner and I take it very seriously. My soul's purpose is to help you find peace within your soul. And I must give you a disclaimer. With that session, you're going to experience oracle card readings as well as personal numerology reading. So make sure that you reach out to me and you can see holistically if you're on the right path, and if not, how to get on the path that leads to your purpose. Also, if you just say, I just want to talk to you about my numbers. If you want to go deep into who you are numerically, reach out for astro-numerology reading. At this time, you can get a 15-minute reading and a 30-minute reading, and you can book that at Kimbaley, KIMBALEY.com. Now, let's get into the weekly wisdom for this week coming up. So, let me just explain to you the starting point of this. I will pick an oracle card, and I have used the deck Money and the Law of Attraction cards by Esther and Jerry Hicks, and I will read that card for the frequency for the week. Today's card is the number 4 card. Achieving success is my natural birthright. And this time I'm going to read the card to you. It says, you are meant to succeed and failure should feel bad to you. Life is supposed to go well for you. And when it does not, there is something wrong. But what is wrong is not something that is outside of you, over which you have no control. What is wrong is within you. And yes, you do have control. And taking control is not difficult to do once you understand the basis of who you are, the basics of the law of attraction, and the value of your personal emotional guidance system. Here's the energy that I'm feeling from this card. In today's society, and maybe it's not even just today's society, maybe it happened in the generations before, but especially now, a lot of people, when they think about manifestation or they thinking about achieving goals in their life, the main thing that they think about is the success aspect of it. They want to achieve being successful. So, what happens when people want to become successful? We have been taught that when you want to become successful, you model the people that have done it before. I have even heard people teach other people that you should have at least one role model in your life that you look up to and you aspire to be, which I'm not saying that that is totally or completely wrong. I'm just saying that that is not the only way to get to success. When we think about traveling on a road, which one is easier for you? Is it easy to travel on a path that has a lot of traffic? Or is it easier to travel the road that is often less travel? Kind of like if you go into the store and you're searching for the same thing that everybody else came into that store to find. You are less likely to find what you're looking for because everybody else has been looking for the same thing and they've really jumped up and got it. But what this card is telling you today is number 1, you are already successful. You are already born a success. You already have success written all over you. It's just about a matter of how it gets to you. Some people get discouraged when they try that same old way again with no results. Think about what Albert Einstein said. Insanity is doing the same thing over again and expecting different results. The way I feel about it is if you're going to model the success of someone else, what happens when you reach or achieve that success and you want to grow bigger than what you already have? What's going to guide you into something more? What this card is really saying is the success is already within you. And what the number 4 on this card is telling me is that you just have to accept it as what it is. The ruling number of this card is the number 4. The number 4 is a hard working number, and the number 4 is one that works towards achieving success. What this card is telling me, number 1, is that it's time for you to go ahead to work hard on seeing that success in your reality because the success is already within you. What you have to do is work to bring that out. And it may not even be as hard as what you think, because along with that, the number 4 also is a different and unique number. The number 4 talks about stepping outside of the box. Perhaps the reason that you're not seeing your success show up in the physical reality to you is because you're following those models that are outdated when they're already models within you that you could very well try, but you refuse to because you're afraid that these things are going to make you seem different, when different a lot of the times is just exactly what you need. This week, you need to work on spicing up your goals and spicing up on the things to help you align with them. As you heard in our Astro-Numerology report, this is also a one universal week. And one of the many things that the one talks about is new beginnings. So this is time for you to start something new, the perfect time for you to get into something that has never been heard of before or that never has been done before. Now, this can be a little bit tricky, and I won't say that the mind can play tricks on you, but you can play tricks on yourself mentally. The 4 is an air sign, so it also is tied into our minds. A lot of times, what slows people down and keep them in the same patterns, following everybody else, is because in their mind, they're thinking about what others would say about them. Are you one of those people that are willing to try something new, but when you begin to try something new, you worry about what other people may think? And I know you may be tired of this example, but one of the examples I give in this case is the Manifest on Purpose show. The Manifest on Purpose show would have never existed if I did not override those thoughts in my mind that other people weren't going to accept it. So this card is very much talking about for you standing up and believing in who you are, no matter how different that sounds. And I'm just going to end off with one more thing. There are so many things that I can say about the number 4, but I do want to say that the 4 represents a foundation. And the question I want you to ask for this week is, when you're building something new, because the 4 is about building, are you building on someone else's foundation, or are you building on your own foundation? And that is important, because if you're not excited about what you're building, you will give up on it, because the number 4 in that air sign is talking about Mental stimulation. If something is not stimulating you mentally, you won't go through with it. You'll give up on it. That's another issue with following these people that have shared their journey of success. Understand that everyone's journey is different. You are not put here to emulate someone else. You are not put here to copy someone else. You were put here to be an individual expression of the mind of the universe. And the only way that you can do that is to exercise those parts about you that everyone else may think that they're different, because the one thing that the number 4 will tell you is that yes, it may seem different to others at this point, but the reason why it seems so different is because it's so futuristic. It's way ahead of the crowd. And so it may be different to everybody else today, but in the future, it's going to be the foundation in which everyone begins to build with. So let's get started this week. Dare to be different. And if you feel like you resonated with this week's energy or last week's energy, please send me a comment or send me a message to connect CONNECT KIMBALEY.com. And as always, I love you to life. This is how you manifest on purpose.